Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Dr. Cammy and Karen Go Keto. Today, Karen and I are here to talk a little bit about the things that we first did when we were looking at changing our lifestyle into a keto lifestyle. So if you're out there thinking about starting it and you're not quite sure, or you don't know what to do at the beginning, we're just going to tell you what worked for us. So for me, what worked was just paying attention to my carbohydrates and looking at how many carbs I ate a day. And that was key to me starting my food journal, which I do keep every day now. It took me 18 months to get into a regular food journal that I do now without any effort and easy journaling. So I just started paying attention to my carbohydrates and how many were going in at first. So, hi, Karen. Do you want to give us some ideas about what you did initially?
Hi, sure. Hey, everybody. It's good to be seen by you in our channel. And just also for starting, I would make a list of all of the uh, ailments, chronic and maybe even acute, that you've experienced that look like metabolic syndrome, and make a list of the medicines that you're taking. Like I was taking ibuprofen on a regular basis, so clearly I had inflammation. And I think that those are signs. So if you're interested in saying, well, look, I've heard a lot about this, the internet is full of great people to follow. We have not actually said anything about what plan we exactly follow because we're always changing it up. But we try to keep the carbs low. And I think everything that I've seen says 70 to 80% fat. I'm kind of in the carnivore conversation. And I eat out a lot. And I was especially starting, I think even if you see our earlier channels, I was eating at McDonald's every morning for breakfast. So I was having an egg McMuffin, and I used to get the meal, right? I got a soda, egg McMuffin, and the hash brown. So the first thing I did was cut out the hash brown because that's all carbs in the potato. Then I started to cut out half of the muffin. Then I started to order 2 sandwiches and put the egg and the cheese and the bacon. So I would get the egg. I would do the egg, bacon, cheese bagel. And so then I would take out the bottom of the bagel and then eat 2 eggs, 2 bacons, 2 cheeses, but it was kind of gooey. And then eventually I gave up the diet soda. And then I just gave up entirely going to McDonald's. So now I've been going to another regular sit down breakfast restaurant in my transition to carnivore. And so I'm just eating the same thing every day because otherwise I don't have the discipline, and I don't keep a food journal. And that's a good way that I know that I eat the same thing every day. So I don't have to keep a food journal. Um, and what I did with the skillet is the skillet was potatoes and then onions, potatoes, tomatoes, green pepper, and some jalapenos and chorizo sausage and eggs and cheese. And so now I've cut out the potatoes entirely. And, I kind of thought that was weird. Are they going to be able to do a skillet without any potatoes on the bottom? And apparently it's pretty easy for them. And then I started to cut out the onions because those are higher in carbs. And then I cut out the tomatoes and the green pepper. And I'm still eating the jalapeno in there because I like the extra flavor. That's not technically a carnivore thing, but I do now kind of pull out half of the jalapenos. And I may not be like super strict in my carnivore, so I may not take out all the rest of the jalapenos, but I might try it. I don't know yet, but I'm definitely feeling some difference. So maybe in our next video, talk about the numbers that I've seen change, because I found my measurements that I did, and I'm down on an inch or so in a couple of places.
Very good. Seems like the way that you did it was a step at a time, like just one step and then one step and one step. And that's how I did with fruit too. I cut down my fruits, all my fruits out to just berries. And I was eating strawberries and blueberries for a while. And then I cut it down to blueberries. And then I went to 10 blueberries. And then now I'm not eating any fruit. So that stepwards progression is something we're just trying to motivate you to do with this video, and to just start it, like just do it. Like, when you sit around and wait for the perfect time or the perfect day or the perfect part of your life to get this started, it's really not going to happen. So you have to just kind of pull the trigger, do what you can to just get started today. What is the one or two things that you're going to do today to try to help yourself work more toward a keto lifestyle?
And I want to add too, Cammy, I was a huge dessert person. So
Mm,
and I kind of started with, right, I'm not going to cook any desserts at home, right? No more making cakes or cookies or anything that we didn't need. Even if they were keto, I stopped making it because it's just basically an access issue, right? If it's not accessible, you're not going to ingest it. So I would stop doing that. So then maybe I would go, if I went to a restaurant, I would maybe split a piece of pie or cake with somebody. So then the first thing, that was really before anything else, was like, okay, quit the desserts. You don't need, there's nobody who needs sugar, and there's no requirement, any sort of nutritional requirement. And we kind of know our diets. Especially if you're a standard American diet, but you know, you can look at things and say, wow, I know I shouldn't be eating that. It's the things that fill you up, right? That, you look at all those potatoes, all the first things, and then saying no to the bread basket at a restaurant or the chips at a Mexican restaurant. That was kind of tough because I love Mexican restaurants. To say no to the chips just means, okay, so now I can eat guacamole, but what, just with a fork? Yeah, just with a fork, and maybe put it on top of my fajitas, but the fajitas are no longer wrapped in a tortilla. It's just the protein. And certainly there are some people out there that don't have any spices in their carnivore diet. I'm not there yet. Maybe I'll be there in a year, or less or more. But I want to make sure, I know that I can be successful as I take things out a little bit at a time.
mm-hmm. And that's what the goal of this video is to just try to motivate you guys out there to just start somewhere. Just start.
Yeah. And to look at and say, hey, if this is a lifestyle change, that's how it's going to start, right? If you were going to change your lifestyle because you got a new job, all of a sudden you don't take the same route because you're not driving to the same job, right? So you got to learn a new route. That's basically what we're doing, learning a new route.
All right, very good. So this is just a short and sweet video. We just want to motivate you to get started. So please subscribe, please comment. We're happy that you're here on this journey with us.
Let us know. It's good to be seen by you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.